Have you ever been held up at the security at the airport? I know I have. And the other day, I was stuck in Dublin airport waiting for some people, apparently with a treasure chest of metal, to pass the screening. And nobody looks forward to pass the security screening, right? But these little guys help airports make the security process less painful. You all probably have seen those. By simply walking by, you can express your opinion to the regard of the quality of the control procedure. No pen and pencil, no login, no survey, just a simple, short movement with your hand. Simple yet powerful solution. And there is no way I would have stood up there filling up the survey. And today I want to talk about simple ideas that make huge difference. And sometimes the simplest makes the most sense. Are there any Zendesk customers by any chance? Okay, at least one, which is Twilio. Awesome. So for those who don't know, Zendesk is a cloud-based customer service company that helps businesses build stronger relationships with their customers, bringing multiple ways of communication, whether it's an email, Facebook, tweet, phone call, or chat, in one elegant system. And based in Dublin, which is EMEA HQ, me and a team of 14 beautiful people work on Zendesk Voice. So this is Zendesk, this is how it looks, and we work on this guy right here. So Zendesk Voice provides high quality phone support that is really easy to use for both agents and their customers. So Zendesk admins can set up their phone line by purchasing a phone number, which will allow agents to receive an incoming call and answer any questions that customers might have. And every new caller can be saved within Zendesk with all the necessary information. In this case, there is a phone call from Travis. Agents are also able to make outbound calls to reach out to their customers if, let's say, they left a voicemail and ask for a callback. So as our customer base grows every day, it becomes crucial for us to be more and more proactive on customer issues and try to keep everybody happy. So we went on-site to one of our big customers who use voice as a main communications channel. It's a big 50 agent seat call center with 3 supervisors and 1 software engineer. Of course, we knew that we have big customers with big call centers, but when you actually see 50 agents using voice 8 hours a day throughout the day was absolutely incredible. So the load is pretty high, hundreds, maybe thousands of calls every day. Sometimes it's inevitable to experience issues, and we needed a way for our customers to provide feedback about the voice usage to Zendesk. But why do we need that? Let's talk a little bit about the importance of gathering customer feedback. First of all, to stop the recurrent problems. By gathering customer feedback, we can proactively solve issues that are causing the unhappy customer. Reasonable feedback guides better business decisions. Our customers will tell us like it is, you know. They will tell us if we are doing good or bad, and depending on what we get, we can set up the priorities. We can identify customers at risk, which are not 100% happy. In fact, it's their feedback that is so valuable. We can improve customer satisfaction in general. In fact, customer satisfaction is critical to any company's success. And people tend to do business with people they know, like, and trust. And by keeping the two-way conversation open, strong long-term relationships are most likely guaranteed. Customer advocates, we can discover customer advocates. It's those people who absolutely love our product and will recommend it to friends and colleagues. And finally, we just want to know how good we are, you know. Collect metrics, monitor, and alert based on what we get. Because feedback is another really good way to tell if something went wrong or not. Let's say if we've deployed something to production. Feedback can be really useful in this case as well. So I hope that the fact that it is really important to gather customer feedback is now clear. But it's only possible to gather customer feedback if you allow and encourage customers to speak out. And our customers, in fact, any customers, are wealth of information, more than we probably think. And by gathering feedback, we can develop more customer-faced approach, improve our product in general, make better business decisions, and improve overall customer satisfaction. But what's the best way to gather feedback? There are even more questions to ask. So the first question is, what is going to be the right time to ask for feedback? In case of Zendesk Voice, we want to know if agent is happy about the call quality during the call, or not so happy about the post-dial delays or the audio latency. So the best time to ask for feedback, you probably guessed, is right after the call. But is it after every single call, or maybe after every third, fifth, or 10th call? Next, what is going to be the input method mechanism? In Dublin Airport, I think they absolutely nailed it by asking for feedback right after the security screening. Imagine yourself being asked for feedback with a survey in the airport, or after 11 hours flight, which I had 2 days ago. Chances are that you're not going to do that. And we needed a solution that is going to give us the highest response rate possible and will not be a painful process for the agents at all. And finally, what questions should we ask? Obviously, this kind of feedback has to be short and simple and require close to zero effort to complete. That said, we wanted to give an ability for agents to provide more information if they want to. We were really surprised how many agents actually take their time to give us all this information. All right, so back to the on-site. With that specific customer that we visited, we had a specific issue that we were trying to solve. So for those who don't know, every Twilio call that you do using Twilio, it has a call SID that Twilio needs to do the investigation. On top of that, Zendesk has a ticket ID that we need from the customer so we can extract the call SID and give it back to Twilio. So when it comes to gathering the call SIDs, we first have to reach out to the customer, ask for ticket IDs, wait for the response, then extract the call SIDs, reach out to Twilio, give them all the SIDs and wait for their response. Of course, if the issue is only on our side, everything is a little bit faster, but still it requires collaboration of 3 companies in order to resolve one issue. And if, let's say, Zendesk customer is in APAC, it introduces additional delay because of the time zone differences. Also worth mentioning if the issue involves telephony companies. Usually, the logs are kept for 24 hours for every single call. So it becomes crucial for us to have all the necessary information that we have, that we need, in order for Twilio to do the investigation. So we needed a tool that would shorten the feedback cycle and reduce the amount of load to the supervisors of the call centers, because it's not their job at all, really. So that is where Twilio Feedback API comes in. It allows you to give a feedback about the call, every single call that you do using Twilio. And it was perfect for us. It would boost the speed of the process tremendously, solving the feedback, slow feedback time, reduce the amount of load on supervisors, and would allow us to fix issues easily. So we've got Twilio Feedback API now. Now we need to figure out how to do that in Zendesk. And remember, it has to be short, simple, and asked at the right time. And we had two options. The first one is to have an integrated solution inside the call console on the left. As you can see there is an agent in the wrap-up, and you can leave the feedback straight away. Or you can, the other option was a Zendesk app. And the Zendesk app was a winner in this battle for multiple reasons. First of all, it's worth mentioning how easy it is to develop the Zendesk app. You can build an app within Zendesk integrating your favorite business solution. Or you can do some cool stuff within Zendesk as well. And there are hundreds of apps in the marketplace, and this one is probably my favorite. Anyway, so lastly, probably the most important part, it took us only 3 weeks from the first day of development to the first beta customer. So that's pretty fast. So with Zendesk Feedback app, agents can leave their feedback about voice experiences and rate it from 1 to 5 stars, select a specific issue for the low rating, and provide additional comments if they want to. None of the fields are required, really. It's up for the agent if they want to leave a feedback or not. But if they want to, there is always a way to provide more feedback if they want. So every single feedback data that we store in Zendesk, we also share it with Twilio for overall monitoring. And that helps their support team to dive deeper into any problematic call and help us resolve issues faster. Apart from data that we send to Twilio, we store additional data in the internal Zendesk tool called Zendesk Monitor. So this is how the Zendesk Zendesk Monitor data looks like. We have a timestamp, agent name, Zendesk ticket ID, Twilio call SID, score, issue, and the comment. All right, so apart from that, we plan to add a few more figures there. First of all, we want to add the average score time per customer versus monthly, weekly, and quarterly feedback score, and versus the current score, so we can understand if we are doing a good job or not. All right, so we have all the data now. What's next? And next is integrations and metrics time. When it comes to integrations, Datadog is one of our best friends. We use Datadog heavily, so why not add in a few more graphs there? So as you can see here, we have Datadog graphs, the average score graph per pod. By the way, pod is something that we call a group of servers located in data centers. We also have the low feedback score graph for the feedback that is lower than 3, and a few others. So let's say if we've deployed something, it's really useful way to say, we can see straight away if something went wrong or not. So gathering the customer feedback, it's not only about the customers. When there is a significant improvement in the feedback score, one of our team members does a victory dance, and the team goes with the burst of applause. Amazing. No, I'm just kidding, but it is quite useful input for internal use as well. And it's a great moral booster. To see a happy customer, what can be better? All right, 8167. What do you think this number is? It's pretty obvious, but anyway. It's the amount of feedback that we've gathered from one customer in 1 month. And with that specific customer that we visited back a few months back, the gathering process was the following. Before they had the feedback app, we asked them to provide us ticket IDs. So the gathering process was the following. If an agent experiences an issue, he would grab a sticky note. Oh my God. Sorry about that. He would grab a sticky note. He would write a ticket ID there. He would go to the supervisor's desk and leave it there. Of course, the gathering process could have been done differently and better, but that's just how they do it. So 8,167 feedbacks in 1 month. Can you imagine how many sticky notes the supervisor would need to process in order to give us all this information? Probably a lot. So, to wrap up, thanks to Twilio's feedback API and relatively small Zendesk app project, we reduced the amount of work needed in order to give all the necessary information we need from our customer about the voice usage, reduce the amount of load needed for the supervisors to provide the feedback to us, and provide Twilio all the necessary information that is going to lead to quality improvements and overall customer satisfaction. Thank you.